Hi guys, welcome back. I feel like I haven't done a video for a while. Oh no, that's right, because last week my Tourette's were really out of control and I got a very croaky voice. You can tell I lost my voice because I was shouting and screaming so much. You guys, if you don't know Tourette's syndrome, go look it up. I'm not explaining it. So we talk about several things today. I've got my bullet points here because I have the memory of a sieve. First of all, someone asked me a question about this little fella, the TVC, the Jawa, in the original Star Wars card back, and asked me, does it have a cloth fabric robe? The answer is no. It's hard plastic, and it's exactly the same as the Jawa from the Black series in the red and the black box. It's totally the same, but just in 3.75 scale, you know. So it's kind of funny that and I was just talking with this guy. I was just saying that, like, probably one of my most favorite Star Wars figures of all time was the original Ken Jawa. Not a lot of people say, oh, it must be the one that's vinyl that's worth so much money. No, I hated. Okay, go ask people who grew up with Ken of Star Wars and ask them, talk about the vinyl capes that came out in that first wave. Darth Vader had one, the Tusken Raider had one, Princess Leia had one. To be honest, everyone I know hated them because they would split and tear very easily, very quickly. So my favorite is the little Jawa with the cloth cape, and he's so cute, and I've got loads of them in my collection. I've got them all tucked away, boxed away, and I every now and again I look in there and I just love them. They're so cute. Though the retro collection box has that in it, right? You've got a little retro collection Jawa with the cloth cape. I think a lot of people, the reason why they appreciate that 6-pack is because you've got the Jawa and also R2-D2 in there. Both of them are so cute, right? Right, let's go on to, talking about retro collection. So here we are in the house. This is the one that's a little bit controversial because it's like a half-assed Hasbro. You know, could you have just chosen Return of the Sith? Sorry, I can't believe I just said that. Revenge of the Sith or Attack of the Clones. You could have just chosen one and given us 6 from that line. I mean, The Phantom Menace, you gave us 6 characters from that film. Why on earth would you do a 50-50 pack? It's very weird. Okay, so I'm able to get these. They are pricey, okay, but I can get hold of them. And then the other thing was I got a restock of this, which I was very surprised about because I didn't think there'd be any more left. The Droideka, which I think is one of the best Black Series figures that's come out this year. The Rolly Ball, thank you, Howard, who's one of my collectors. The Rolly Ball, yes. So I'm able to get more of these. And in terms of like what I can order from my suppliers, recently I had a lot of people reach out to me and say, hey, can I have Tiger Paw? All the G.I. Joe collectors, they really want Wreckage and Tiger Paw, and I said yes, that's fine, but there's a but, because I order whenever you see my thumbnail and I on my social media and I'm like, I'm taking pre-orders now, speak now or forever be silent, because I will order exactly how many people have paid me for, and then probably I will add on 10%. Do you understand? So I've got that 10% goes onto my store. So for anyone else who wants one, there's always some floating around. But I've sold out already very quickly. The Tiger Paw is so popular. And I still haven't finished shipping them out yet. Look, these things, right? I've lost count of how many I've shipped out, and I've still got like about 5 more to go, and then all of them are shipped. The problem is, it's not a problem, it's just, wait, hold. So I can go back to my wholesaler and I can say, listen, I would like to order some more cases of Tiger Paw, and she will say, oh, that's fine, just give me the SKU code, the number, and then she sends that off to Hasbro. Hasbro goes and looks in the warehouse and says, Computer says yes, we got some left. How many do you want? That process takes about 1 week, you know, and then the tiger paws will come to us, and then we can ship them to the customer. But the customer's going to have to, in that situation, they have to put their money down first, and they have to be patient, right? So you've got to wait at least a week for Hasbro to then go send them back, you know, through the chain of command, and then we will ship them out to you. So I know some people are kind of impatient, like, oh no, action figure collectors and being impatient. One would never have thought such a thing. I want it now. No, you cannot have it now. Put it down. Put it down. Not yet. Like the customers that I tend to attract that stay with me the longest are the ones that are just kind of chilled out, and they're willing to be patient and wait for their figures. They don't mind. They're like, yeah, whatever. But you know, like a lot of action figure collectors are just like, can't even wait a week, and they'll just like have a tantrum or a hissy fit and just, I want it now, give me now. I'm like, I can't. You have to wait for it. There's a process. No, well, I'm not buying from you then. Okay, I'll just say, okay then, goodbye. Give a shit. So that's the deal with that. I mean, anything that's like come out in the last, I'd say, 2 months. I think anything that's come out in the previous 2 months and you want it, I can go through the wholesaler and directly to Hasbro, and then they probably will still have it, and I can reorder it and it comes back in the store. Do you understand how that works? But you have to wait, okay? And then for pre-orders, again, we put them up on our blog site at the moment, and you just pay 10%, and then when we ship it off, you just pay the rest. All right, keep it simple. Shopify. Almost done, actually. Originally I said I was going to launch it around about Christmas time, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait that long. I need it done. I've been working on this thing forever, and I want it published. So the end of October, Halloween, I am publishing my Shopify store. Yay! So that will be cool. At the moment, I'm concentrating on the shopping cart aspect, because that's what I'm missing on my blog site. I'm not allowed to do that. So basically I'm plugging in the apps to upsell and allow people to bundle. I mean, that's the whole point of my store in the first place anyway, is that you guys can come here and we have such a wide selection of stuff. I always encourage my customers to bundle and get as much as you can in that one parcel, I'm becoming American, parcel, you know, to spread out the shipping fee, and then it's totally worth it. Because like we're based in Asia, so it's a different experience. You know, some new customers are very surprised when they see my face, and I start talking to them, and they're like, "Oh, he's a British guy," and they just assume that I must be in America or I must be in the UK, and I'm not. I'm in Taiwan, and they're like, "Oh, how much is the shipping?" And then they start freaking out. But to be honest with you, the shipping, considering how far away we are, I don't consider the shipping to be that much. And especially if you've got the box filled with 4 or 5 items, it's definitely worth it. If it wasn't, then I wouldn't be making money and this business would shut down, right? I've been doing this for like quite some time now. So that will be good. When I plug all those apps into my Shopify, that will help a lot at the checkout. And then obviously I've already set up PayPal. So if you still want to continue to use PayPal, you can do that. But then I've got MasterCard, Visa, Apple Pay, Google Pay, and all these other things that I can connect as well. So this Friday, actually, I have a guy coming here to coach me, to show me how to do everything, and I'm jolly excited. So once that's up and running, I think pretty much I'm done, and I can go to the next stage, and I can actually publish the website, and it's cool. And I'll have to go and promote it. Once I've got my website finished, great, but I still have to go tell everyone and promote it. You know, the marketing part that's tough. Once you've done your website, you then have to promote it, advertise it, market it to the right people, and that costs money. So, and begging. please, can you give me a recommendation? Give me 5 stars. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, there was some news I wanted to talk about. Target and Walmart kind of this year really pissed me off. I think their attitude is very lame towards Black Series, especially, and also not. I think more so towards Black Series. You know, obviously they've had a bad experience with not being able to sell Star Wars items, and they just want them to like clear off the shelf as quickly as possible. So now what we saw this year is it's happened many times. A new item will get released and it will immediately go to the bargain bin like trash. And so today I saw Yakface was posting someone had taken a picture. I don't know if it was him or someone else had taken a picture in Target of the new so Shriek-Hawk, right, who just literally came out here in Asia, and Shin Hati with the cape, right, and just immediately $19 on sale. And then I know after one more week it's going to be like, just put it on there for $11, $12, no one cares, just get rid of this shit. And I'm just like, oh my god, Hasbro, why are you doing business with these stores when they treat your merchandise like poop? And you know, it's a slap in the face to the collectors who go to Hasbro Pulse and they pre-order, or they go to the online stores and they pre-order for like the recommended retail price, and then Target and Walmart are like really disrespecting the collectors when they do that. So just stop it. I mean, if Walmart and Target, if you don't want to sell Star Wars figures, then just, this is a business. It's all about negotiation. Just go sit down with Hasbro and tell them you don't want to do it anymore. Or, you know, Hasbro, stop selling Star Wars figures. It's just as simple as that. I mean, everything just seems so half-assed. Like, I can't be bothered. Do I have to do this? Yes, because you have a license and you've signed a contract and an agreement. So do a fucking good job. And then once your contract has expired, then you can consider, do you want to do Star Wars anymore, Hasbro? Maybe you don't. Like, I get the feeling that, you know, Hasbro are kind of phasing out Star Wars altogether. They just don't want to do it anymore. Maybe someone like Todd McFarlane will come in and eat up and say, look, I'll do it. I'll go talk to Lucasfilm. I'll see if I can get a better, you know, terms of agreement, and we'll do it differently. And I'd be excited about that, because the current state of the market, to be honest, is like just taking the piss. It's a joke. And also doing that, Walmart and Target just constantly doing that. All you're doing is creating scalpers and flippers who then go into the stores and then just scoop up all those new items which haven't even come out yet in the rest of the world, put them up on eBay and other sites for quadruple the price. So you directly are making this stupid shit happen, you know? So that's another reason why, and I think it's horrendous the way that Hasbro treats retailers. They are the fucking worst. What you want to be doing is say goodbye to Target, say goodbye to Walmart and Walgreens, and say hello to, you know, big online stores, the most famous ones, and have those guys have exclusives and distribute the stuff to them instead of the brick and mortar stores, because they care more, they're more efficient, and then I understand the niche. They have good customer service. Okay, so that's the change that you need to implement, and do it quickly before people just get so fucking sick and tired of it that they stop collecting. Or again, like, you guys will decide, oh well, we just don't want to do this anymore, let's give up the contract and give it to another company. I don't know, TVC seems to be doing well still. God knows what happens, because it's weird, because like, once you've got the Star Wars license, I mean, do you have one license for 3.75 and another license for 6 inches? I would imagine you just have one license, right, which covers all Star Wars merchandise. So it's kind of weird territory that we're getting into now. 2025, what's going to happen? What are your predictions? Put them down in the comments below. Our next Comic-Con is officially MCM London. Yay! The end of this month. I think it's the end of October. And so we should get some more news, some more updates, some more reveals, see what's coming next year in terms of, you know, like Star Wars stuff. And but as a Star Wars fan and a Star Wars collector myself, I am worried about Hasbro Star Wars, and I think that we're kind of at the beginning of the end for them. I know it sounds depressing, but just very obvious signs, just looking at the market. The wholesalers are also to blame for this as well, because ever since the introduction of e-commerce, you know, wholesalers have taken it upon themselves to not share and not distribute. They're like, well, I'm just going to be greedy, and I can just pay everything up online myself at a very cheap price, and I can cut out the retailers. They treat us as if we are middlemen. So nowadays, even some collectors nowadays, when you say a retailer, they say, oh, there's no such thing as a retailer. You're just a middle person. You're just another one of those middle person getting in the way, making things more expensive. And my opinion is that is a complete bollocks. Wholesalers, if you want to be retailers, you've got to understand the niche and the subculture and the way people collect, their psychology, their behavior, how they spend their money, what they spend their money on. You don't even know what's in the fucking goddamn box. When you send your lists to the retailers, you give us the numbers, you know, from Hasbro. Hasbro, each item has a number, and you don't even know what it is. You don't even know there's no picture, right? So how are you gonna connect with the customer? What are you gonna just stand there with a Hasbro box and go, I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. So part of this problem is like very greedy wholesalers. They've gotten too big for their boots. They basically priced the retailers out of the market, so our profit margins are so thin that we just like, okay, I'm just going to give up and close up shop. All right. Meanwhile, you got people like Target and Walmart, right, fucking taking the piss, not taking it seriously. They don't care. And Hasbro just standing there, just turning a blind eye, not giving a shit. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? So, okay, I understand. Again, if you give me the same, they always give me the same argument. Oh, Hasbro is a big corporation. We don't just sell Star Wars, Gary. Star Wars is like, I'm like, I don't care. You chose to sign the license. It's you agreed to it. It's your choice to sell. It's your choice to manufacture that. So you need to fulfill your promise. And if you can't be arsed with it, fucking stop, okay? And give it to someone else, all right? If I was half-assed about this business, I would have no money whatsoever. I mean, I can't imagine, like, if I had the same attitude as some of the wholesalers and Hasbro, my business would have never got off the ground. I might as well just pack it in right now, for fuck's sake. Like, Jesus Christ, you know? Right, the other thing I wanted to talk about, more of a positive note, hire. We are able to get some hire products. So we've got two which are in store. We've got one is Spock, okay? And the other one is a G.I. Joe character, Firefly. So they are now in stock. So if you want to buy them, just come to me and let me know. Also, because it's Halloween, Queenie's going to put up a monster page on our blog site. So if you like NECA, you like Friday the 13th, Jason, Michael Myers, you know, It, Halloween, Xenomorphs, anything that's like super scary and, you know, like the old Dracula, Frankenstein, we're going to put those up on a separate page on our blog site, and you can have a look and see if you want to buy some, because they're always cool to buy at this time of year. And I think that's about it for now. So yeah. Oh, by the way, I got conned again with a bootleg. Because it's really hard to get hold of Darth Maul, you know, the original one in the orange line. And I saw one here and I bought it, and it turned out to be another bootleg. That's happened to me so many times now. I'm so dumb. But this one, usually, right, the hood, you get two heads. Yes? Right. So the head is, you take the head off, and the hard plastic robe has another head which is attached under here, right? But these bastards, they just gave me this, and there's not even a head inside it. So when I put this on, he looks hilarious and stupid. But what can just whatever. You live and you learn, right? This is the way. I shall see you in the next one.